Welcome to the Marist football update for Week 4. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Ferraro, along with the head coach of the Red Foxes, Jim Parady. And Coach, homecoming for this week's game against Georgetown, talk about the emotion that goes into that.
Well, it's always great to have our guys come back, and now that I've been here almost 20 years, you know, it's over a test of time here, and some of these guys are up into their late 30s. It's unbelievable they bring their kids back, and we bring them in the locker room before the game. We have them on the sideline during the course of the game, and then we have a post-game reception to kind of catch up on what's going on in their lives exactly. So it's always a very fun weekend for us.
And this season, homecoming is also the home opener. Talk about what that emotion is going to be like to have your first home game after 3 on the road to start.
Well, for our football team as a group, it's a great event because our guys have been practicing very hard since the beginning of preseason camp. And for them not to be able to dress for a home game or possibly get into a game, having been on the road for 3 weeks, is very difficult, especially for our younger guys who are used to being out on the football field. So emotionally and as a group, it'll be fantastic to be together and generate some support for us from the sideline and from the home fans.
Now let's talk about this week's opponent, Georgetown. The Hoyas are 2-1, and they look to be vastly improved over the last couple of years.
Well, I think it started last year, late in the season for them. They had 4 wins in the season, and they put together 2 wins at the beginning of this season, opening up against Davidson and really putting on a great performance in their home opener against Davidson with a 40-16 win. Came after that, beat Lafayette 13-12 in a second consecutive year that they have beaten Lafayette, so they get out to a great start in the Patriot League 1-0. And then last week played a tough team out of the Ivy League in Yale and really played a great game, but fell a little bit short in the end of the game. But you can see the progress this program has made, and we're going to have our hands full in this football game.
Let's talk about last week's game against Dayton, the Pioneer League opener. Unfortunately, a 24-10 loss. Talk a little bit about what went right and what you're looking to correct for this week.
Well, I thought, again, we competed very well. It was just a lack of execution in a couple of small areas for us. And we feel that we're very, very close to getting over the top. So a lot of great things did happen, just not enough in enough plays in the end of the football game that got us to where we needed to be. But our competition, our effort, and our enthusiasm continues to be great, and that's something that we can build off of. This week, as we go into this thing, we want to make sure that we finish once we get down into the red zone, and defensively looking for continued 3 and outs on the defensive side.
That's the Marist football update for Week 4. For head coach Jim Parady, I'm Mike Ferraro. Check us out on WKIP 1450 AM on Saturday, as Ed Weir and Jeff Brault will have the call beginning at 12:45.